Hi there everyone, today I'm going to be doing an event guide for the new Encroaching Darkness event. Now, from this one onwards, I'm going to be doing these all in a different style. I am going to be doing event running videos for all three classes. They'll all be in this one video. If you want to look at the Knight or Archer run, they'll be in the description. But I just want to say that I'm not so good with Archers and Knights, so they may not be the best guide-like videos. However, I've decided to do this for Wizard because I will be showing it more how it will be when you actually progress to this. I have no duels at all. This will be my kind of setup with relic gear. I'm going to be actually using artifact tournament rewards just because with recording everything's a bit laggy and I want a slight advantage, but I only have the banner, so I have that in relic right now, and I'll be doing a legendary curio. But otherwise I'll be using the most recent set in full relic of all three. You can see no potions or anything. I'm just going to be using them if I really need to. My level is 120. This is my level 120 setup. The other two classes, the Knight and Archer, I'm using level 300 just because I'm not so good with them and I don't know what skills to use, so I'm going to be sort of switching up the skills to see what works best. But I'm going to be trying to stick to the same skill setup for all events. You can see here, this is my general setup here. I've got Fireball at 8, so that's got a really nice cooldown. I've got just Freeze and Blizzard at 1, so I can use them if I need to. Freeze is actually brilliant with the skill room, but I'll go into that. Teleport 6, that actually gets me to pretty much the corner of the screen. I would just like a little bit shorter cooldown, but otherwise that's how I'm doing there. And then these are the passives which I'm using. So, with all that said, I'm going to be going into the event now. I am using, I do have legendary skill runes on this class, and that is because I'm just testing them out. The main one here that will make a difference is Storm Ward. Storm Ward is amazing. That is the protection bubble skill, and Storm Ward on it is ridiculous. I don't know if it's meant to be doing this much, but it does a huge amount of damage. And actually, I'll just quickly show you the freeze with a skill rune. It does a huge over effect, and it's actually, I think, has a slightly quicker animation. Anyway, I'm going to be going into the event now. In terms of stats from the previous event, we do have a slight shift to dodge, but to be honest, there's not a whole lot of difference. Yeah, sorry, I just have to buy some event tokens right now to do these runs because I didn't do it earlier. But yeah, anyway, here we go in. It's super easy compared to previous events. As a wizard at least, you'll see I completely annihilate it. It doesn't start until you click the boss enemy, and you've just got to take down this boss enemy. It does summon a few little skeletons, but yeah, basically frost drakes or fire drakes. I don't actually have the frost drake skill rune, but they will completely destroy it. So what you want to do, if you have frost drakes, you have to wait until the enemy becomes available for attacking. But basically, you put your frost drakes or fire drakes down right next to it, and all this ring and stuff, it will actually put it directly onto the fire drake, which will mean, oh yeah, I spammed some fireballs in just to take down the other enemies. My damage is quite a bit lower right now, but yeah. In terms of the attacks, you probably can't see too well right now. The attacks he does this ring directly on a target, which, as long as you stand far enough away, when he does it on the fire drake, then the ring won't be affecting you like right now. So you just got to put them right next to him. Now these little things around the map, you might notice them. When you destroy them, they do different effects, which get really irritating if sorry, getting a little slightly distracted. This is Storm Ward on, it's awesome. They do different effects on you when they explode, and they can get really irritating with your drakes if they defeat them, which is why I suggest you put the drakes right next to the boss. You might have noticed just there, he puts down this thing which explodes. You want to make sure you time the next drake. If you see him using it, wait on the next drake and do it just after it explodes, so then he doesn't end up targeting you. But even if he does target you, he often just puts down something like this, so like it doesn't really do a lot to you. It did hurt me a little bit there at the end. But that was the event run. it's really quite easy as a wizard. The other two classes struggle a bit more, but you'll see how I handle it with them when I get to it. Now let's just see what item I got. And if you don't want to use drakes, it is still possible to do. You just got to watch out for that ring attack, followed up by the ball on the ground which explodes, because that will actually cover almost the entire space inside, which is why I highly suggest having teleport, so you can teleport out if he does that. So I hope that helped you out, and now we'll switch to the knight video. Hi there, so now we're on the knight. I'm a dual wielding knight because I decided if I was going to play knight, I would play it as a dual wielding knight. So I'm deciding to use the artifact version of these sets, and that's because then I'm not being slightly quite so OP with damage, because you wouldn't necessarily have two relic swords when you're going to platinum. Again, I have the relic banner, and then here this relic set, and I've got that legendary curio on. So skill setup, like I said previously, I am level 300 with everything. So looking at the skills, I wasn't sure exactly what to use. I decided, because this is a single target type event, I'm going to be using Thunderblade, and Meteor Dash is actually what I use to take down the small enemies. I've then got things like Holy Shield, Stone Skin, and Angelic Form. This is Protector with the skill rune on. Again, I have legendary skill runes because I'm testing them out. Yeah, so it might be the thing which you look at and go, this is a bit overpowered. It's because it heals me when I use it. I will say, although yes, the healing is basically what makes me survive in this event, I could just use potions, so because it's a slow heal up. But anyway, we'll see what you think. This is how I decide to run the event, and I hope if you're a knight and you're struggling, this gives you some view of how someone who doesn't really know knights that well is actually able to tackle it. So I like to... Angelic Form I'll basically save. I've noticed this from watching other knights. So they just save Angelic Form as much as they can. Spam Holy Shield, and I actually use, what's it called, Protector, only when I need healing. Now I just really failed there. Should have popped Angelic Form. I forgot, the enemies can... Usually with the first wave of enemies, he'll make them explode. But anyway. We'll look past that. So, as you can see, Meteor Dash took down the other enemy right there. I'm actually just going to use Protector right now, but otherwise I'm just going to basically sit next to him, and I'll look for when he does the exploding attack, which he did just there, so I had to pop Angelic Form, and I'll be using Holy Shield. This is Holy Shield without the light skill rune, so it doesn't do so much damage, because they do take increased damage from light skills, and yeah, that's because I just got hit there, because these classes actually have lower move speed than I normally would, so when I think I would be able to run out of range, I actually don't, because it's a lot harder to. But yeah, you can see I'm slowly chipping away at his health here, not really taking too much damage. Do I survive running through? No, I don't, damn it. Yeah, he was going to use the explosion thing there. That's what you want the Angelic Form for. But yeah, we'll see if I can do this. Hopefully I'll do this. This is my... I did a practice run or two, and they went just about okay. But I haven't... This isn't sort of me taking one which worked and, you know, re-recording, that kind of thing. No, this is just me running it, and hopefully I'll do it this time. Yeah, I'll just take down those enemies actually, because he's gonna... Yep, there we go. Oh yeah, there are actually so the different coloured tomes do different things. It's like, I can't remember which event it was that was like that before, with the lightning coming down, and they each did different effects. So this, the white, you want to look for the white tomes. They heal you. These purple tomes are terrible. They do a big explosion. Do you see that damage there? That was pretty much from that. The fire ones leave little fire bits on the ground. So yeah, if you do see the white ones, then they're good to hit to heal you. But yeah, actually, to escape from that little purple explosion bit, you can use charge on one of the tomes. Sort of when you're there, look around for any tomes which you wouldn't mind hitting, and then you could actually hover the mouse over him, over the tome, and as soon as the little ball comes to explode, select charge and use that on it. It's kind of like it's like I'm playing as a wizard with a teleport away, because I played as a wizard so long. That's kind of what I look at doing. So let's see what I got. Hopefully, it'll be something good, even though I don't really need it. It was the shield. Nice. Well, I'm a dual wielding knight, so I don't care about that. That's alright. Okay, now we're going to move on to the archer run. Okay, so like the previous 3 classes, I've got exactly the same setup with my equipment. I've also got skill runes on. I've got some of the ones which you won't have, and they're on legendary. But like I said, this is just me testing out to begin with. I will probably use superior skill runes from now on. Again, I'm level 300 with all the skills. The skill setup I chose to use for this one is for single targets. So I'm using fire trap or decoy. Mark of Death. I haven't got the light version of this, but that would be better for this. Then I've got sniper, because you've got to have it as an archer. Arc shot and static field. Oh, actually, wait, maybe this was for farming. Hold on. Yeah, whoops, sorry, I meant to have Holy Ballista instead of that. Alright, okay, we're going to go into the event now, and I'll show you how to do it. It's a little bit harder than as a wizard, I think, because I don't know, the drakes are better than the decoy because of the faster cooldown, but you do more damage. The only problem is the drakes actually do a lot of damage for me because I am underpowered in, like, proportion wise. The drakes do a lot of damage, so we'll put the decoy down right on it, Mark of Death, sniper, put a Holy Ballista down, and then I'm going to spam this arrow. I think it's actually the skill rune version of Flame Arrow, which is a brilliant skill if you haven't tried it out. But the skill rune version does that on the ground, which does a tiny bit of extra damage, but otherwise it's a bigger area effect, I think. Really nice skill. And I'm using it to take down the smaller enemies right now. Ballista also, Holy Ballista does really good damage on these guys because they are weak to shadow. Now, as an archer, you can see I'm actually taking down his health really quite fast. Holy Ballista is helping quite a lot. The decoys I have trouble with. You can see he's moving closer to me, and I'll slowly back down this corridor. You can see I'll take him down fast enough. Oh no, I'm not going to. But you can just run past him. If you get 1 death, you've got 3 lives, so it's not too bad. Alright. Oh, don't want to get caught by that. Wait, the circle didn't appear. Why did that not appear? That is very weird. But yeah, that circle attack does a lot of damage. You really want to watch out for it. Now, if I didn't have Holy Ballista, that would have been a lot. That would have been a lot tougher. But yeah, it does help out a lot. I'm just trying to think. Ballista would do about half the damage, so that would have been slower if you didn't have Ballista. But as you could see, I wasn't having too much trouble staying alive. So as long as you're using this fire arrow, it will actually take them down all right. The reason why I use this, I'll just prove that it is fire arrow. Oh no, it's ice arrow. Maybe. Did I mean to use that? Okay, well, either one. Use ice arrow or flame arrow. I can't actually. I'll just check to see what the area of effect's like on them. But yeah, basically, I like to use a fireball-like skill because I'm used to fireball on wizards. So one of these two is really good for taking down that little group of enemies. I prefer it to the spread shot. Yeah, so if you don't have the skill room for them, don't worry because they're still fine. You can also use Firestorm if you want that, and then for the so that's for taking down the smaller enemies, and then also the Ballista helps out a lot. I find it's really nice. So let's just see what I get. 3 dragon stones. Okay. Anyway, that was the event runs. I hope you liked it, and I will continue doing the event runs like this from now on.